All right, we always put this graphic up, says check this out. We really mean it this time. Check this out. It's not easy to throw the word icon around, but I think our next guest, you can do it. Producer, performer, activist, Grammy Award-winning, multi-talented musician, Wyclef Jean has done it all, and he's going to do it all for you tomorrow night in Stamford. He's joining us live. Nice to have you along. Welcome.
How you doing? Good to be here.
Well, thank you for doing this. As we were talking during the commercial break, I said I'm going to fanboy just for a moment or two. Your music put me through college, so thank you for that.
Thank you. I was saying it put me through college too. Gone to November.
I love it. We'll talk about the music in just a second, but you are known for so much more of just as a performer. And I know the music and the performing has helped you launch into other great things, especially charity stuff. How does that make you feel?
I credit it all to my parents, Christian parents. My father was a minister, and we was just raised on the act of giving. So I think that's sort of like where it started for us, just literally like in the church, to whom much is given, much is required. So my dad, ever since I was little, came from Haiti at the age of 7, grew up in Brooklyn, Marlboro Projects, and we moved to Jersey and Newark. And he constantly would be putting churches in the communities to try to change the communities around. I think that's where it started for me.
That's a good start. 2001, you established an organization to help out, especially back in 2004, folks affected by Hurricane Jean down in Haiti. Scholarship money, school funding, meals. I mean, that's no small feat.
Well, I mean, again, I watched my parents do it like in the church, like long before I had the fame and fortune. They would constantly do ties where they would raise money to send to the Caribbean, to Africa, to even like rural areas like in Newark, like where we was coming up, just the idea of constantly like giving back.
Yeah, let's talk about the music. We're showing you some pictures on screen right now. Formed the band of Fugees back in the late '80s, in the mid '90s, early '90s, 6 times platinum. Since then, you've every time I see you, you're performing with somebody else. I just watched you a couple weeks ago doing Daryl Hall's web show. And when you did, you guys riffed on Rich Girl, I kind of noticed, I was watching you very carefully when we knew we were going to do this interview, and it kind of looked like you were in your moment right there. Is that your happy place still?
Well, I think that for me, I'm a composer first. So whether if it's like back then, by now, I'm responsible for records like Hips Don't Lie, Shakira, biggest record of all time. Carlos Santana, Maria. Even if you hear DJ Khaled, Wild Thoughts, these are all my records. Again, like the church, being like choir director, you got that right. My happy place is the revival. Yeah. So I love celebrating life and making people feel good.
I think anybody who can describe their career that way is doing pretty well. And you're going to, as I said, you're going to do it well for us tomorrow night in Stamford. And the show, part of the Alive at 5 series, is supporting veterans. So there's still more given back to the community to advance in their civilian careers. We know it's important for you to give back. How do you go forward? What else is there to do for you?
Well, I think, just to speak about the vets for a second, I have family members that have served in the military. One didn't make it back, and some that made it back with friends. One of the things that I notice is a lot of times we forget the powers of the vets. The fact that we're able to sleep at night calmly is because of situations that the vets put forth before they come home. Yeah. So we wanted to start off by saying that. My last Instagram tweet, I was like, basically, this country called America, you know what I'm saying? I'm an example of the American dream. Yeah. So it's important for us not to forget that. Yeah. I would say, like, moving forward for me, it's like Quincy Jones. Remember when Quincy Jones was 54, that's when he did Thriller on Michael Jackson. So I'm young, bad, sexy, and, and I have a lot of amazing things coming. I'm also an engineer. for Google DeepMind, so I'm building a music platform. Look out for that.
Wyclef Jean, you just summed up exactly what I say to describe my career. All of that and just getting
That's
started.
right. You got to let them know right now, man.
Wyclef Jean performing in Stamford. Tickets available. It's downtown. The Live at 5 stuff is fantastic. Go see him and just, again, he's helping to raise funds. Go support him and get some great music from, and I'll say it again, an icon. Wyclef Jean, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. Love and respect.
Absolutely.